Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is so late, and my mental health is so much better than it's ever been with this game. And I know my YouTube channel is not putting out the same number of content as the last 5 years. I know content's shorter, and I don't record videos after 10 p.m. I used to record so many really important, and for my channel per year, like the epic videos would come after 10 p.m. Maybe I need to be a little tired to really let that filter shine. I don't know. But I have stopped doing that. I have the best sleep that I've ever had in my life in the last, definitely a year, but certainly even 6 months. And I've found kind of a good balance between still making sure I post something and not having this game and this YouTube channel and this obsession affect all parts of my life, especially because I want to get married in the next couple of years. And I want to have a balance that looks at this life and this part of my life and tips my hat, literally, but moves on. Not totally to the point that I, again, stop altogether, but moves on in the sense that numbers, literally, no number whatsoever matters anymore, as much as it is loving the people in my life outside of this game. With that being said, this is such a huge post that I was finally able to check my line messages today, hours and hours and hours into the day. And it is indeed from Monday, but I only saw this shared into the wee hours of Monday on a lot of chats, so maybe this is kind of a late night post, I don't know. Hello, Summoners. Season 10 of Battlegrounds was busy for the anti-cheat team as we monitored the leaderboard to ensure the integrity of our Battle Realm Brawl qualifiers. Over the course of the season, we developed a method to identify a new cheating strategy, which I don't know what that means, but I'm sure some of you out there definitely do, as well as improved our detection for win trading. Both ended up paying off and impacted the final qualifiers for the Brawl. And then in all caps, well, I guess not caps, but definitely bold, congratulations to those who qualified fairly. We look forward to hosting you in Vancouver. We believe our anti-cheat methods are in a pretty good spot. There is still work to be done, and we meet regularly to improve our detection algorithms. But we have active programs in place across the game, regularly banning modders in battlegrounds, arenas, incursions, and solo content. Now, of course, and we'll get to this in a second, but there are going to be some people who roll their eyes at this, because they're going to say, yeah, but they're temporary bans. And we know that the whales that get banned get like welcome back packages in the past. So look, if you ban all the whales that cheat, you may not have a game. Kabam has been quite clear about that in their bottom line. But at the same time, you also got to punish them, and not to the slap on the wrist point. I think that's what Kabam's trying to figure out the middle ground for. As we move on in this post, you'll see what I'm talking about. With that progress made, we have had a chance to dive into the shelling problem in Alliance War. Finally. I mean, I don't do Alliance War, but I know shelling has been a problem for years, and if you're confused what that means, check this out. For those unfamiliar with the concept, some alliances have been using an exploit to modify the matchmaking parameters to their favor. This off-season, we carefully monitored the movement of players, and 3 alliances near the top of the leaderboard were clearly engaging in this anti-competitive behavior. Today, the officers of those alliances, were taking the L, were issued temporary bans, and when they return, they will find their shell alliances at the very bottom of the Alliance War rankings. If they want to compete for the top rewards in Alliance War, they will have to do so from their primary alliances. Given this is the first time we have taken action against this exploit, we were slightly more lenient, consider this a warning shot of sorts. In the future, any alliances that we catch shelling will receive harsher penalties up to and including permanent bans for all members of guilty alliances. Of course, how much are these alliances going to be given to Kabam for money? How much are they going to be spending to be at the top? Because Kabam can say whatever they want, but history has said they know the numbers, and some of those numbers are just too high for them to say permanently banned. Additionally, we have had the time to take a closer look at mercenaries in Battlegrounds. A number of accounts have received escalating bans, which I guess is kind of a weird term considering you want to see permanent bans, for being played by someone other than the owner. Those that were not banned permanently will be banned from the Battlegrounds game mode for 3 seasons. Now, I think that is Kabam's new middle ground for cheaters. They don't want the whales to be permanently banned because they want them to spend their money, but they also want there to be a harsher penalty than a 7-day ban. 3 seasons, and if they carried that over especially to Alliance War and Alliance Quest, and I don't know how you would carry that over if you had like new act content, but regardless, I think it's progress, you know? I know that we would all like to see the worst offenders just go away. Because not only do you want to curve that kind of behavior, but you also don't want people to have an incentive to keep doing it. People used to always say that about the gifting exploits. They're like, yeah, Kabam knows they're cheating, but they also know that they'll still take the money, even if they're only taking 50% instead of 100%. With that being said, I want to know what you think. And yes, I'm going to bed. But hopefully this video finds everybody well. If you're waking up across the pond, and this happens to be a video that pops up, even though I think YouTube is definitely silenced my notifications, good morning. Hope you enjoy your breakfast, your morning tea. I don't know what you eat or drink. I'm just going off of American media, which means I'm probably very ignorant in what I just said. Either way, good night, good morning. I'm going to attempt to go to bed now. Latest video I've recorded in 6 months, but dare I say, I think it's worth it.